Hello and welcome. My name is Grace. If you're coming to my channel for the first time because of the subject of this video, for those of you returning, this will be a little bit of a different spin on what I normally do. If you look at my About Me or the About description on my YouTube channel, I have many interests. One of them is natural health. And natural health also goes to, natural health is a very broad subject. Also, the word natural is not, how can I put it? Anyone can use the word natural. In the context of my video, natural just means what comes naturally and what I learned from other people when it comes to skincare. So over the years, I've had many questions posed to me about skincare. So I'm going to start from the beginning. When I started collecting recipes, which was how my book came to be, Italian Folk Magic. I collected food recipes, but at the same time, women get together, they have coffee, some cookies, and they dish. They dish on their recipes, they're dishing on their skincare, especially the older generation, which would be like people that would be, let's say, 90 today, even older. So, yeah, I collected quite a bit of information and I applied a lot of their techniques, and I'm here to share them with you. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying, 1, I am not a dermatologist. 2, I am not a beautician. I am not an esthetician. I do not sell skincare products. And I will do my best to cover different types of complexions or different types of skin concerns. So this video came about because I had 5 emails that I needed to reply back to where people that know me were asking me about what to use, because either their favorite cleanser was discontinued, or their favorite moisturizer was discontinued, or they're using 17-step program and it's not working out for them. They're spending hundreds of dollars on skincare and their skin still looks like shit. And I got some pretty decent skin. Can't complain. I can't say it's genetic though, because one parent was on medication most of all of their lives. Well, at least all of my life. And another parent, well, swarthy in the sun, whatever, right? Anyway, so I'm going to go through the different things that I use. If there's even one thing that that resonates, or not even resonates, but if there's one thing that you want to try, doesn't really cost you much to try everything that I'm going to present today. You probably have it in your house already. And it's not going to be one of those bogus, which I really hate, natural, all natural food ingredient, face skincare products, because frankly, I've tried them all. They don't all work. And if you don't have something in your house, and you have to go out and special buy it, like, what is that, English? If you have to go out, let's say, to the health food store and buy, like, an oil that costs $30, well, you know what, you might as well not, and buy a Dior product or a Chanel skincare product, is what I'm trying to say. So this is inexpensive, accessible, pretty much anywhere in the world, everywhere in the world, no matter where you're watching from. There is a product, either this product is sold in your country or there is a similar product. All right, so It's 5 minutes. I'm talking. I haven't said anything. I just want to reiterate again. I am not a dermatologist. I am not a beautician or esthetician. I am a registered nurse, and I am someone who's been experimenting on themselves forever. So there's that. There's one product that I don't have out here, but everybody knows what that is, and I don't have to show it to you. So I just have to make a note for myself here to remember to talk about it. All right. First thing. The first thing skin needs to be healthy is it needs to be cleansed. And I have brought with me here two cleansers that three methods to cleanse the skin, and two, let me write it down so I don't forget that I did not. I hate taking off my makeup at the end of the day. Hate it. I hate it probably more than anything. I dread it. I put it off. Then I'm tired. So by the time I walk into my bathroom to remove my makeup at night, it has to be something that works like a hot damn, is easy, quick, and doesn't require too much fuss. So I'll tell you the products I don't use. I don't use eye makeup remover because I never found one that actually was super effective. And this rubbing of my eyes, at my age, I was born with wrinkles around my eyes. I was born with wrinkled eyelids. I don't need to contribute more to that. So there's no rubbing, there's no scrubbing. The only caveat with this method that I use is that, and it bugs me too, but because it's so quick to remove makeup, I'm over it. It doesn't bother me. It does. It's one of those things that it kind of bugs me, but not enough not to stop using it because of how quickly it removes makeup. And the first thing is, I use this stuff. Oh, not sponsored. This is just stuff that's in my medicine cabinet, my bathroom cupboard. Bought it with my own money. Everything I'm going to show you was purchased with my own money. So this is what I use to remove my makeup. Those of you who are my age, remember that this was on TV constantly in commercials when we were growing up. This works like a hot damn. The only thing you have to be careful of is because it does have like a menthol, it contains menthol. Don't get it in your eyes. But even those eye makeup removers that say that they're safe for eyes aren't. They sting. So as long as you keep your eyes shut when you're washing your face, what do? I throw water on my face. I take a little snootful of this stuff, or a little scoopful of this stuff. My eyes shut the whole time. I rub it all over my face, and then I rinse my face cloth to wipe. Makeup's mostly gone. Mostly. If there's any left, like if you have mascara, and I don't know about waterproof mascara. I don't like that shit anyway, because once it's on, it doesn't come off, and if you get it off, it takes the eyelashes with it. So that's been my experience. If I still have eye makeup left, like a bit of mascara, whatever, just do it again. Literally 5 minutes, the makeup's gone. It's gone. As a toner, if you're a person who likes to use a toner after to make sure everything's off, I use regular witch hazel. I like this one because this one's lilac scented. It's just witch hazel. You can even get just plain witch hazel, like dirt cheap, like at the drugstore. I like this one to use to check to make sure I got all the makeup off, especially around here, right? Because that's where you're washing your face and it migrates into the hairline. You want to make sure that it's all gone. Makeup is gone. Excellent. If I'm not wearing mascara, because I actually do that, where I'll wear makeup but I don't wear mascara. So but I have face makeup on, and I have face makeup on, and I want to take that off. I use this. This I've been using forever, probably since the 80s. And it's just a cold cream. This is Pond's, probably sold. Noxzema and Pond's are probably sold all over the world. and does the job. This is really good if you feel like your skin's really dirty, because in order to remove oil and dirt from your face, you need to use oil. And this is basically whipped mineral oil, water. The original recipe for cold cream, I think, it used to contain borax. It does. I don't think it does anymore. But anyway. So, if I'm not using this because I don't have any eye makeup on, or it's minimal eye makeup, or whatever the situation is, this you can't rinse off. See, this you can rinse off, easy. This one you can't. This one you have to use a face cloth, warm water, and remove the cold cream from your face. But you don't just smear it on. You have to actually work it in for it to do the job. So this is another one that I love at the end of the day. In the morning, we'll talk about removing makeup first. So you've removed your makeup, and you're looking at your skin, and you have lots of clogged pores, blackheads. They're so charmingly called comedones, is the scientific term. You want to do a deep cleanse of your pores. Do not reach for abrasive scrubs. Do not reach for, give this a chance first, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just trying to tell you, try something else. What I use when I want to do a deep cleanse of my skin. So now you're going to say, whoa, hang on. What skin type are you? I'm normal to dry. I was normal. Well, no, I've never been normal. But you know what I'm saying. My skin was normal to normal combination, normal oily for like most of my life, and then I got older, and now as I got older, it was normal for a little while, and then now it's normal to dry. But this works for everybody. But I'm going to say that this method to do a deep cleanse to get to clean out all your pores, don't do it more than twice a week if you have dry skin, because this is extremely drying, and you're gonna laugh when I tell you what it is, because it's kind of counterintuitive. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is extremely drying, but it really, really works amazingly well to deep cleanse pores. So you've removed your makeup, and you might even want to put the face cloth on with a little warm water just to, loosen up, open up the pores, loosen up the impurities that are there or whatever. And then take some coconut oil. Can you even see this? Doesn't matter. It's white. It's coconut oil. We all know what coconut oil looks like, right? Yeah. Here we go. And take a generous amount, and warm it up in your hands, because it's solid, unless it's summer where you are, and it's not, which is my favorite time, to use it in the summer, because it's a lot easier. But if where you are, your coconut oil is solid because it's cold, warm it up in your hands, melt it in your hands, put it on your face, and just work it in. And work it in all the places on your skin where you feel grit. Because the coconut oil on your fingertips gives you a better feel, of what's going on. And you really work in the coconut oil everywhere on your face that you feel grit, everywhere on your face that you have blocked pores, blackheads, comedones, whatever you call them. And really, really work it in. And where you feel like you'll feel like these little bumps on your skin, and then you'll feel them detach and move around, because that's the stuff in your pores that you can't see with the naked eye. With the naked eye. Well, without your glasses, or I can't see it even with my glasses on. If I tried to look to see, can I see anything? No. But it really, work it in, I don't know. You'll know, because then when you pass your fingertips over the area that is a problem area for you, suddenly it's very smooth, like there's nothing there. Same method. Take a nice clean face cloth, pass it under warm water, wring it out, put it on your face, and wipe the coconut oil off. Now, those of you with oily skin are saying, "Oh no, I don't put any oil on my face because my skin's oily enough as it is." One, this goes for hair as well. The more you strip your face, the more your skin will compensate by producing more sebum, which is the natural oils in our skin. If you stop stripping your skin will calm down, will trust you. You know, after about a week, your skin will trust you, and it'll stop compensating for all the natural oils you're stripping off your face. So one, if you have oily skin, this works like a hot damn. It's beautiful. If you have normal skin, this works like a hot damn. It's beautiful. If you have dry skin, this also works, provided of course you need it. Like if you do have blocked pores and like problem areas. If you don't bother. But doesn't matter what your skin type, this is drying. And I'll tell you why, because I wrote it down for myself. I didn't write it down for myself. I have it on my phone. Caprylic acid. Coconut is a fruit, and like all fruit, it contains an acid. And coconut contains caprylic acid. And it's one of the 3 fatty acids found in coconut oil. And it's potent, it's very potent as an antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory. So you'll find that you don't need to be using those antibacterial face washes if you have acne. You'll find that you don't need to use antibacterial face wash. No one should be using antibacterial face washes because they're really harsh. And all it does is make your skin recoil and create more natural oils to compensate. So antibacterial, antifungal, and it's because it's also a fruit acid, it contains a fruit acid. This is a super gentle chemical peel, super gentle. So those of you who purchase products to chemically exfoliate, this is natural and it's the gentlest of the chemical peels. All right, coconut oil. Now, you've used the coconut oil, you've wiped it off your face. I don't have to tell you. Once you try it, you'll see it for yourself, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Your face is going to feel tight. Your skin's going to feel tight because this is drying. I know. It's an oil, but it's drying. It has removed all the grime deep down inside your pores as well. So what you need to do is moisturize. Whether or not you have oily, normal, dry skin, you need to use a moisturizer. And a moisturizer doesn't have to cost a fortune. And I'm not even going to talk about SPF because that's not what we're talking about today. But get a moisturizer you like. And the moisturizer has to be something that you like. If you're like me, I'm very tactile. I have to I'm very full. I'm like, for me, it's a full sensory thing. It has to tick all the boxes for all my senses. I have to like the texture, the scent, the way it feels. It's very complicated. I'll share with you some of the ones that I like. Bear in mind, my skin's normal to dry, and I've been using this since forever, even before my skin, turned dry. Like even, when my skin, I used to get breakouts and stuff like that. But this stopped the breakouts. And my favorite moisturizer, and I mentioned this I think in one of my favorites videos early on, is Nivea cream. And this is the one that I'm currently using. Yeah. Okay. So when I was in my early 20s, I worked at the department store, and I worked cosmetics. And I worked next to La Mer, which is a very high-end, crazy high-end. I think it's like $350 for a face cream. And I looked at the ingredients of La Mer. La Mer. And most of the ingredients that are in La Mer cream is exactly what's in Nivea cream. It even has the same texture, except they have like some kind of seaweed compound that they have special rights to. I don't know. I don't miss the seaweed compound. This stuff is magic. The thing is knowing how to use it. So after you've cleansed your face and you toned with whatever it is that you're toning with, this is like really thick. So this is how I use it. See? I just tap. You rub it between your fingertips like this, and you pat it on your skin everywhere. I use this as a night cream as well. This is perfectly safe to use on your eyelids. It doesn't cause milia. Those are those little white bumps that are just appalling because you have to actually do self-surgery to remove milia, or like do an extreme chemical peel. But look at this. It just melts right into the skin, and I just pat it everywhere. Since I started using this as an eye cream, I discovered it by fluke as an eye cream. But anyway, my eyes were the skin around my eyes was really dry, and it was really uncomfortable. And I had put some on my face, and then I tapped this on my closed eyelids, and I felt refreshed. So, and since I've been using this as a, face, I had been using this as a face cream for 30 years, night cream. I don't know. It seems stupid that I had never tried it before. But since I started using it as an eye cream, I have much better eyelashes, which I already don't have great eyelashes genetically. They're really pale, and they're quite sparse. But at least they stopped breaking off, and I actually have decent eyelashes for me since I started using this as a eye cream. Give it a try. You can get a little tin of this for 99 cents. It's really cheap, and it's great for cuticles. I use it on my face. I don't typically use it on my body because it requires a lot of work to because it's quite thick, right? But where the skin's really dry, then I'll use it. So I use this as a night cream. I have normal to dry skin now. In the winter, I've used this also as a day cream. And it's the same kind of thing. Just a little goes a long way. You rub it in, you pat it into your skin. It instantly feels soothed. I wait till it soaks in a little bit, and then I put on my makeup. That's my moisturizer. So now we're going to talk about treatments. So this for me the coconut oil falls under a treatment, because I wouldn't do this deep cleanse on my face every day. It's too drying. It's too harsh. Depending on what your needs are, it could be anywhere from like every other day to twice a week to once a week. But it's worth giving it a try. Now, someone's inevitably going to ask me what brand of coconut oil. Doesn't matter. As long I buy the food grade, because it's what I have in my kitchen. I don't buy special coconut oil to have in the bathroom. I also use a little bit on the ends of my hair, because the little bit that's here is still what's left over of when I used to bleach my hair. And it's an all-rounder. But really, give this a try. No matter what your skin type, this is the best deep pore cleanser that I've ever tried. And I've tried so many things, it's not even funny. But that's why I'm here making this video. Okay, treatments. So I discussed a little bit. No, I didn't. So this is anti-inflammatory. So if and inflammation, like acne is an inflammatory response. So this will soothe your skin and bring down the redness and the inflammation. But those of you who follow beauty bloggers, or for years and years and years, I've been on Makeup Alley, which is a review. It's a review site for cosmetics, and I've written reviews, hundreds of reviews on there. One of the things that I don't never spend money on is any kind, like if you're someone who's been using a face wash or a face treatment that contains a salicylic acid, and because salicylic acid is an anti-inflammatory, well, you can make your own. So there's different kinds of recipes online. All you need is some regular aspirin. This is cheap 99-cent aspirin. Try to get the one that's not coated. These are a little coated, so but don't get the ones that aren't coated, like, they have a thick coating on it. These are just regular aspirin. They have a little fine coating on them, so that, and then the coating breaks down really quick with water. So there's different recipes that you could find online, and you could try, and you could try out what works for you. If you prefer to have a salicylic, this is acetyl salicylic acid. Same kind of idea. ASA. If you prefer an aspirin toner, and that's what you would look up online, look up an aspirin toner. Then there's the recipe to make the aspirin toner, which a lot of people like to use. I'm not a big fan. What I do like is I like to make an aspirin mask. So when my skin, like, I don't need it anymore, I haven't done it in ages, but when my skin was red, when I had blemishes and stuff like that, just to bring down the redness, and for a little bit of a physical exfoliant, physical exfoliation, like for scrubbing and stuff like that, this is really, really good. And basically what I do is I take like 4 to 6 of these, put them in the palm of my hand, drip some warm water on them, wait until the coating melts off and it becomes like a pasty powder. And then I mix it up with some of this, because it's a good mixing medium for that aspirin powder. Put it on your face, lie down, and have like a 15-minute relax, 30-minute, however much time you have. Rinse it off, and you'll be and when you rinse it off, work it in. Well, or you can work it in when you first put the mask on, to do some physical exfoliation. It's nice and fine. It's not going to do micro damage to your skin. And yeah, when you rinse off the mask, redness is gone. Beautiful. Aspirin. So yeah, there's recipes online for the aspirin toner, aspirin mask. People do it the different way. I just found that the Noxzema, it mimicked a high-end product that I had tried that I loved, which was by Yonka, and I made my own. Even has the same scent as that high-end product. I don't even know if they still sell it. I don't remember what it was called, but it was salicylic mask, cream cleanser mask. All right. If you're one of those people that likes to do a chemical peeling now and again, well, there's some cheap options, or some inexpensive options. One of them is not sponsored. I just happened to buy this product. I'm not sure what I think of it yet. It's probably my skin's changed, right? So I don't really need this stuff as much as I used to. But this is by The Ordinary, and it's just glycolic acid. It's really inexpensive. Cotton ball on your skin. Avoid your eyes. By all means, avoid your eyes. And once a week, whatever it is that you need, you could give that a try. I first heard about using acid on complexion from this beautiful woman I used to work with. I'm trying to remember. I think she was Lebanese, and she was 70, and she looked not 70. She looked about, I was young and I was stunned to find out that she was 70. She looked about what I thought 35 looked like. But anyway, I digress. A lemon juice, just pure lemon juice, same kind of thing, the same way you would use glycolic acid. Squeeze a lemon, cotton ball, put on your face. Stay out of the sun. If you're using acid on your face, when you have this acid on your face, do not go in the sun. It will burn, and it will do the opposite of what the fruit acids do. The fruit acids help to exfoliate the top layer of the skin. And by exfoliating the top layer of the skin, over time you get rid of what they call age spots, which is the sun damage that we do to our skin when we're in the sun, right? Those like brown patches. These things, they don't fade the brown patches. What they do is eventually exfoliate the skin layer where that damage occurred, and then it's gone. Because I've actually, when I was younger and was doing this weekly, either one, but I was doing this one weekly, I actually got to witness where I had a brown patch here that just literally after, I don't know how many weeks it was, it just peeled off and it was gone. So that's how the fruit acid works. What I like to do, what I liked to do when I used to use the fruit acids regularly, or the glycolic acid, is after I would put on the acid, it would always be at night. You don't do this when you're going to go out in the sun. You don't want to burn your skin. It stings a little bit, until you get used to it. Then even after you get used to it, if you don't do it for a while, it still stings. This would be the night cream. This is what I would use for my night cream on top of the glycolic acid or the fruit acid. This, same kind of texture as the Nivea, a little bit oilier, smells very herbal, very nice. The herbs it's made with are fantastic for, I would put the glycolic acid or the lemon juice on my face, right? And I would let it dry, let it set. And then, the same way I applied the Nivea, I would take the Weleda Skin Food, which also is quite affordable and expensive and available, quite widely available. Here you go. Same kind of thing. Melt it into the fingertips and tap it all over your face. The beauty about this cream is that it's made from different herbs and stuff, right? Oils, and it's quite soothing, but it also brightens this. It adds to the brightening effect of the glycolic or the fruit acid, which I forgot to mention. The point of the point of putting any kind of acid on your face, like mild acid on your face, is to exfoliate the top layer of dead skin cells. And what that does is that it frees the skin cells beneath it, causing for a nice radiant, brightened complexion. So that's what I have to share about it. And I know, so like I said, the term natural is not, oh my God, I can't remember what the word is. It's not mandated. That's not the right word. It's not regulated. Thank you. Oh my God. The word natural is not regulated. So I did the same kind of thing where I played fast and loose with the word natural, because, Noxzema is not natural, and Nivea is not natural, and Pond's cold cream is not natural. Aspirin arguably is. It's comes from the willow tree. Coconut oil is natural. Lemon juice is natural. Rose water is debatable. Witch hazel is natural. So you know what I mean? So this is what I do. Now, I didn't talk about the rose water. The rose water is something that I would use, that I do use every day now still. After I wash my face, especially because it doesn't matter what I use at this point. My face feels dry after I wash it. But especially after using the coconut oil, before you put on your moisturizer, spritz your face with rose water. It's inexpensive, and it's a beautiful, because it's made with rose. It's very calming and soothing to the skin. And while your face is still moist from your rose water, that's when you pat in your moisturizer, whatever your moisturizer is. You don't have to use the moisturizers that I talked about today. These are the ones that I love, and the ones that yeah, those are the only ones that I love. I'm really, like, it's really hard for me to find stuff that I love. So always make sure there's a layer of moisture between your skin and your moisturizer, because all moisturizer is, and moisturizer shouldn't cost you a fortune either. Any night cream or any moisturizer will do, because all the ones that claim to have all those like fancy ingredients, and they're charging you like $50 to $100 or even more for a jar, or even at the drugstore $25, $30 for moisturizer, it's all bullshit, people. Sorry. All you need is a skin barrier to keep the moisture in. I knew someone who used baby oil as their moisturizer. I knew someone else who used Vaseline as their moisturizer. Same kind of thing, you know. You just use a little bit, you pat it on, and it locks in the moisture. Experiment. None of the things I talked about today are likely to, unless you're allergic to aspirin, well then don't put aspirin on your face. Unless you're, you know, if you have the kind of skin that reacts to menthol, well, you might want to try this when you don't have to be anywhere the same day. You know, common sense a little bit. But I have like extremely reactive, sensitive skin. I can feel it right now, like it's just wanting to react to something because I talked about it. So that's my skincare video. One thing I did want to mention, because if we're going to talk about, like, I have dry skin, and I did talk a little bit about makeup. I have never really gotten the hang of cream makeup, liquid makeup. Liquid foundation doesn't work for me. It looks fake. It looks like I have makeup on. And I don't like looking like I have foundation makeup on. So cream, liquid foundations, concealers, all these things, none of them work for me. I'm never satisfied with the result. Concealers always settle in the fine lines around my eyes, which I've had my whole life. I think I mentioned this in a previous favorites video. I use mineral powder makeup. Mineral powder makeup is great if you have oily or normal skin. If you have dry skin, it's still great because it doesn't contain talc, so it doesn't suck the moisture out of your face. It doesn't suck the moisture out of the skin on your face. I use this one because this is the color match to me, and I'm gonna stick with what works. But I'm pretty sure lots of brands make mineral makeup. If you're curious, this is Mineralized Skin Finish Natural by MAC. My shade's medium. And since I've always used powder makeup, even now that I'm older and my skin is dry, I'm not giving up my powder makeup. I love it. It just requires moisturizer underneath. Let the moisturizer sink in, otherwise you get those patches of powder, which is like horrendous. You don't want that. Let the moisturizer sink in. Um, and then I use my powder makeup with a brush. I don't use the sponge applicator or anything like that. I use the powder, the foundation brush. I use a dense foundation brush to put this on. I do the same thing. I don't use concealer under my eyes. I use the same product under my eyes. When I put the powder on my face, I make sure to get under my eyes and sometimes even like the eyelids. And I don't care that I don't get complete coverage. Like, you know what I mean? You could still see some dark circles. I think for my taste and for my face, I'd rather see some natural dark circles than tons of makeup trying to hide the dark circles. And then once I got all my powder makeup on, my mineralized skin finish, which is funny, it's called skin finish, but I use this as a base. It's my foundation and my concealer. I like it because it's not shimmery, but it reflects light. So sorry, I got sidetracked. So once I got my makeup on, my powder makeup on, which is my mineralized skin finish, my blush. If I'm doing eyeshadow, I use brow powder. I don't use the pencil anymore. Once all the powder makeup is on, then I put this in a different kind of bottle because this one sprays a little like giant droplets. It's like it's raining on your face, right? So I transfer this to another bottle, and then I spray like you would do with those fixative, those makeup, like MAC has Fix Pro or like Fix Plus Pro, or I forget what it's called. I don't use that. I use rose water. And I basically just spritz it down, and you let the rose water melt into the powder makeup, and you just wait for it to dry. And when it sets, it looks flawless. It looks like your skin, but better. Or it looks like my skin, but better. I'm not going to speak for you because you haven't tried it yet. And yeah, there's no, you can't tell where my makeup ends and I begin. So that's it for me. That's my skincare, sharing my skincare secrets that are now no longer secrets. If you try any of these things, please, 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 if you make videos, I'd love to see a video, no matter what your channel's about. It's your channel, you can do what you want. Or at the very least, please leave a comment down below if you run off and try any of the things that I talked about today and you're really happy with them. If it didn't work for you, come back as well and let me know what happened, because maybe I can help. Maybe you need something, or you need to do something that I didn't talk about in my video, because I think I've covered everything. Oh, there's two other things I wanted to mention. Some things that work really well for me sometimes, and you know, not always, but sometimes, is when I'm not wearing makeup, or you know, is soap, bar soap, to wash my face. And the one that, now that my skin, like when I had normal skin, like, you know, when I was younger, and it was, or when it was normal to oily combination, or whatever you want to call it, blemishes and all that stuff. There's two bar soaps that are still on the market, sold worldwide, I'm pretty sure, that are still really valid. They're pretty cheap to try them out. If you've run out of your face wash and you're not happy with the stuff that, you know, you're using, try Ivory soap or Dove bar soap, Dove bar, the plain white one, and Ivory soap, just a plain white one. Try those out, because both of them I find quite soothing, but you may still have to moisturize, but you have to moisturize after coconut oil, so you know what I'm saying. The other thing I wanted to mention, because, and I didn't mention it, so I mentioned the aspirin mask, right? But before the aspirin mask, what I used to use all the time, which was excellent for a gentle exfoliation, and then I'd leave it on as a mask. It would cleanse my pores, and it would cleanse, tighten my pores, and reduce the redness, is just plain oatmeal. So you buy plain instant oatmeal, mix it with some cool water, like, don't cook it, just raw the way it is, and use it as a scrub on your face, and then leave it on as a mask. Okay, it's quite funny because it looks quite monstrous on the face. It's pretty cool, right? You have your whole face covered in oatmeal. That too works beautifully. Come on, Aveeno makes a whole, Aveeno exists because of oatmeal. So why not just go straight to the source, get some instant oatmeal, mix it up with some cool water, use it as a scrub on your face, and leave it on as a mask. And then just rub it off once it's dry. Beautiful, beautiful product. It tastes good too. Well, not the one you had on your face, but I won't judge. Do whatever you want. All right, that's it for me. I hope this video was helpful to anyone looking for this information, and I'll be back with regular scheduled programming in my next video. Thanks, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.